Even if you let's pretend you, even if you're not in huge contact with like some blokes are, but they're still there. They're still like, I need to be doing something to show him how good I am.
Yeah. That's why I got father tattooed on my arm here. There you go.
Beautiful, right.
Okay, so the way I sort of look at death, anyway, is a little different. I mean, I was brought up Star Wars 5 years old when Star Wars first came out, so I believe that he's given that higher power, that force, for me to become a better person. So I did a complete lifestyle change. I met a wonderful girl at the time that we bought a caravan. I had a tour trailer that I used to do shows and stuff with. I swapped it online for a caravan and just like a piece of shit. It was crazy. It needed redoing, but that's what I'm not too bad at. So I pulled it apart a bit, painted it, got it all up and running, and then I took off to WA. Now, how I was going to get into the mines, I wanted to be an operator. I wanted to be on that big machinery. I mean, what do? I've got nothing at all, no experience with it, no tickets, no nothing. So that's what I wanted to do. So I went, okay, and the lady I was with at the time goes, I'll come with you. Okay, and she had no idea. She just had to have faith in me. So we headed out 3,800 k's away from Queensland, Gold Coast.
Nullarbor Plain?
No, right up the top. No, in the Kimberley. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, a place called Kununurra. So,
Wow.
Yeah, and Kununurra is, believe it or not, it's got one of the biggest, I think, the biggest lake in Australia that no one knows about. It's 9 times the size of Sydney Harbour. How big's that?
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people come up for 4-wheel drives. They got Home Valley Station, Equestro, all those remote. It's famous for like barramundi fishing, stuff like that. But it's really rugged and it's really, really hot. So then I thought, well, let's go back there and have a go. But how we're going to get into the mines, had no idea. And we're just fortunate at the time. A catering company came through and wanted like cleaners, bus drivers, bar staff, all that kind of stuff. So we thought, hey, how great's that? So we went and I got a job as a bus driver and like a cleaner, like airport duty, stuff like that.
Right.
And partner at the time, she got a job as doing the bar and cleaning as well. But that was our foot into the doorstep. So I had to start at the bottom, right? So imagine all this time of living the high life, being on shows, and then going down to like, I don't know what I'm doing, and living, doing 12-hour shifts, which is totally what I'm not used to because I'm used to being my own person. And then, starting at the bottom. But
was your phone still ringing? Was your phone still ringing from your other world? Getting good gigs? Like, where were you 6 months ago,
Yeah, but I mean, it was time for a change,
Okay,
It's good to, actually have super and have, money put away and, and be able to buy houses.
Relax.
Yeah. Knowing that, you get holiday pay and sick pay. When you work for yourself, you don't get any of that, So, yeah, it was hard. I mean, it wasn't easy. But then when I was in there, I was talking to everyone, with a bit of personality. I was going up to guys and that were working for like Rio Tinto because that's like, that's where you want to be. As for working for a catering company, we're like a contractor. So all the time I go, when I saw other people that are in the other departments talking to, hey man, can you get me in? Can you, how can I get a job, do what you guys do, without having a trade? So I just kept doing that. And then I met a guy called Mark who did a contract in for an Aboriginal company up there, and he needed a guy, and because I live local, that qualifies me to because they
still
try
in the van. Were you still in a van, like living in your?
Yeah, the caravan park at the time.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we came back, and then I just kept at him all the time. Hey man, I'm ready to start, and that was driving one of those dump trucks, like that's. When you imagine mining, you think of those big, everyone does, it's like a little kid. You've always got, a dump truck or playing in the sand, but those dump trucks are always like, who doesn't want to drive one of these big machines, So he gave me a shot, So he got me there, like mine trained with, there's lots of procedures and lots of stuff that goes on in mining. And he got me the start. And then after that, I ended up getting a full-time job with Rio Tinto. Wow. Yeah, man. So, it was awesome. But just, but on the other side of mining.
So how many months did it take?
It took about 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, man, to get full-time.
So you were in the catering sort of gear for a little while?
Not long, 3 months, 4 months.
Okay.
Found out that's not really for me, but I mean, I wanted to be on those trucks. I wanted to be on this big machinery, and find out what this big buzz about mining's about.
Was it kind of, I've never seen one. I imagine seeing going, look at these men, like real men, real money. Yeah. And earth moving that would just, you see them every now and then. If I go out to Dubbo, or you see some of these Mackay did some gigs out there.
Yeah.
And that's where they make a lot of this mining gear. Just like this, another world in money.
Yeah, it's a big stuff, and a lot of it's like, the so-called cashed up bogans, you know what I mean? You like when we fly out, because we live local, that's why we moved to where we went up there, but a lot of, flying from Perth. Even from Perth to Kununurra, it's 3,650 k's away. We're still in the same state of Australia. How do you work that out? New Zealand from Brisbane is only like 2,700 k's away. Yeah, so I mean, this country is just so huge and so raw, but there's so much isolation, and obviously where we are is the only diamond mine in Australia and one of the very few in the world. And it produces the pink diamond, which is the most rarest diamond, and not only pink, there's other colours. There's blue diamonds, there's, green diamonds, there's all sorts of crazy diamonds, because the further you go down in the earth, obviously, the pressure, and that's what makes diamonds, the pressure of the earth, like bits of wood and that, after billions of years, they turn into diamonds. And that's why they're so sought after.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it the kind of place where, all right, I'm going to ask you a bunch of dummy questions.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Sure.
What's it like driving a big truck?
It's really scary. I'm looking at it going, oh, man, I don't know if I can drive one. Like, it's like driving a two-bedroom unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, they give you...
Air condition?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but, do you remember the old hard yakka? Those ads?
Right down the windows. have all the...
You know what I mean? Like you gotta work it hard to be a solo man. And he was just covered in mining grease. There was no aircon back then.
Yeah, no. Yeah, of course you got aircon and stuff. But
automatic?
Yeah, automatic, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yep. So you put it into gear and, away you go. But there's a lot going on. There's radio communication. There's so many other trucks on the haul road with you.
Okay.
There's this lots of stuff going on in your mind. It's just always concentration and safety first. As they're very big on.
What sort of speeds do you do?
Oh, no, not that fast, man. Up a hill loaded when you've got 200 tonne on the back, you're going about 8K.
Wow, really? Okay. Yeah. And it's just all day? Pick up a load, dump a load.
Yeah, go up, and we probably go down about 1.5 km, almost 2K, so we spiral down an open pit, and then we go down, get loaded, and then go up very slowly.
So it's just an open pit. So you're obviously... What about when it rains?
Oh, it's fun then. You get all mud and all sorts of stuff going on.
Feeling you slip?
Oh, you do.
Shut up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You lock it up, you know about it, but it's scary. But it's once you get used to it, you just got to, drive to conditions, slow down a little bit, and just take your time. But communication is everything. And communication is everything in life, Yeah. Enough people don't communicate, but on the mine site especially, you got to, man. You're talking to your other... fellow truckies and stuff, and a grader or a dozer that's on the side, making sure, listen, man, I'm coming behind you. Yeah. Just stuff like that, just to let them know that where you are so they don't pull out and, you contact. So
communication is everything.
Yeah.
I keep saying, I just noticed everything.
Everything.
Business,
it's everything.
It's replying to an email, whether it's business or family or
everything. It's everything.
If you feel that sort of communication back from someone, you know who they are. Especially in the email world we're in now.
And even just a text message, right? If you get it and it's not really relevant, just put K and then send it. So that person goes, he got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even if they send a dot,
we're on the level.
Because people sometimes don't understand that communication thing, thinking one thing, and the person thinks something completely different. Yeah. And that's why today it's a Facebook pretty much in a text world. People don't even make phone calls today.
No,
they don't.
Never,
hardly ever. It's text or it's chat on Facebook. I mean,
we've got a business
crazy.
where we're in, and the phone never rings. Yeah. I get more work on Facebook message now. It drives me crazy because I keep having to think. I got a message. Was it SMS? Was it email? Was it Facebook message?
Crazy.
And you could email someone the old school business way. I'd say old school, but it's, only because now they tend to answer you back at 10 o'clock at night by Facebook message.
There you go.
Mate, we can do that thing on their time, which is good.
Yep.
But so confusing in this time. So we don't even care about our website anymore. Thinking of shutting it down. We don't even,
crazy.
Don't even need it. Instagram and Facebook.
Wow.
Because it's all communication based.
That's right.
You're trying to get these people
different communication than what it is, But at the end of the day, you still can't beat someone talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Face to face. I see on Facebook everyone's having this wonderful time. Yeah, right. Okay. Well, I know who you are. You don't really have a wonderful time. You put up the good photos, but what about actually coming, meeting us out, having a barbecue? Or people just don't do that much anymore. No one's got time.
Yeah, that's true.
And once again, communication.
Yeah. That's what I do bad at home, mate. When I get home from work, and it's just solid work. Let's call it work, right?
Yeah.
Get home and I've got a little 5-year-old boy and a little 2-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
And my mind is just dying to lie on the couch and turn on Facebook with my phone.
And have that beer, what we talked about.
Well, yeah. Actually, I don't even think that way now. It's soda water. But,
there you go.
But yeah, I've gone away from that, which is great.
Yeah.
You know, Dad doesn't stink of beer anymore. That's good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I think it's weird if you're an alien to look down. You go, oh, look at these poor African people in this part of the world who are starving, having to walk to get dirty water.
Yeah.
And then look at these Australians. Wow, they're doing pretty well. All they want to do is lie on the couch or on the bed with a phone.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the ultimate.
And that's what everyone does on their phones. You know, you go out.
If you went on holidays, that's what you do.
Exactly. You're with your partner in bed. You're on your phone together. I mean,
it's weird, mate.
But it's true. And you know, people laugh about it or whatever. But I mean, they're doing it themselves. You know, let's be honest.
We're hooked though. We all know we're hooked. I liken it to all the millions of years of us looking at fires.
Yeah.
Like when you go camping, you can be sitting around a fire and you get transfixed. There's something great about looking at a fire.
Yeah.
You know, there was even a Survivor episode where they had to tell them to stop because it was raining all the time in Cairns.
Yeah.
And it was raining so much that they just had to huddle around this fire.
Yeah.
And they had to intervene because these people were just so transfixed on the fire.
Yeah, well,
so we've gone to television. Now we've got this thing in our hand that's
there you
just
go.
so.
But fire's very intriguing. It's interesting. The flame is never quite the same every time around. And speaking of in the mines, I actually joined the fire brigade. I did the ERT in there as well. Wow. So I did all the fire training and learned about what to do and stuff like that, and have the full-on fire gear and stuff. So that was really interesting as well, huh?
Do they monitor? Is there stories of people, pocketing diamonds somehow?
Yeah, well, they reckon. I reckon it'll make a great movie. Like, I don't know the story to say it properly, but they reckon like 15 years ago, the security between them tried to heist the diamonds. You know, so I mean, I reckon it'd be a great movie. You know, go up there, and apparently the mine's only got a couple more years left anyway in operation. They've completely dug it out. Wow. They've been open cut for I think about 26 years, and now they've gone underground, which I did underground mining as well. Wow. That's another world underground, I can tell you.
Yeah,
yeah.
Is it a crazy? My mate did the Tugan desalination plant, which is I think it's a 10-foot hole. They had to dig all the way out to the. And everyone went batty. Like guys would get into really crazed moods, and they noticed it. All right, everyone out. You know, could be like 20 tradesmen building this little section bit by bit to get out about a kilometre or two out from Tugan plant.
Yeah.
They'll just, I guess it's the dump off or something. Or the inlet where the water comes in. A big pipe.
Right. Yeah. I know what you mean.
It's a technical show, AJ.
It is. Right?
Yeah, I know. Well, there's got to be someone better, but that can find you. It's not natural.
No, absolutely not. I mean, moles and buried 6 foot under. Like to be underground, it's not a natural. And I found it quite. I didn't like it myself, to be honest. To be underground, I don't think it's good on the body. You don't know what time of day it is. Without a light, obviously, it's completely black. So it's a scary place to be. And if there's a fire, a tyre fire, or some other kind of fire, chemical fire that's underground, man, you pretty much you've got your little self-rescuer on the side, which is a box like an ice cream container, say, and you've got like a gas mask that you put on to give you enough, say, 10 to 15 minutes of oxygen that you can have. But when you're freaking out and even the big ones, that can last maybe 5 minutes. And then you've got like a sea container, they call it refuge chamber, that you run into and lock it. And that's where your safe place is until hopefully you get rescued. Wow. Yeah, man. So, I mean, it's like everyone's worst fear.
It was about 10 years ago when those New Zealanders, was it New Zealand or Victoria?
That was underground. No, it was here where the Stuart Diver and that they got caught. Underground
in the snow.
Yeah.
No, but I mean there was a mine. There were 2 guys that were trapped 14 days.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it wasn't. Oh, it may have been Student Diver. No, I thought it was Tasmanian miners.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah. They got trapped underground. That's right.
Right. So that would have been before your time.
Yes.
So everyone has these stories lingering in your minds.
Of course you do. Yeah.
So when you're in a hole,
yeah.
What did you say? 6 Ks.
Well, no, there was 42K underground. It wasn't straight down. It was all the other pockets and stuff, and you get lost. It's like a rabbit burrow. Seriously, it's crazy. Even for weeks on end, I didn't even know where I was. You're just disorientated. You don't know where you are. Yeah, I mean, it was another world.
So I'm a definite civilian. You know what I'm saying? Like even when you think of the people in the Air Force.